So a little birdie told me that you're learning Spanish, but you're not having much fun learning it, and it's not very effective for you, and you want to be more incentivized to learn Spanish so that you can grow much faster and more effectively. Well, you're in luck because I'm making this video just for you. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Nas, and here I speak all things language learning, where right now I'm documenting my road to fluency with Spanish. So if you want to learn and grow with me, then consider subscribing. So I think when it comes on to learning languages effectively and also enjoying what you're doing, because personally, if you love what you're doing, that's the reason, the incentive to keep showing up to that thing every day, right? So if you want to love what you're doing, you guys need to romanticize learning languages. To romanticize something basically means to make something more appealing than it actually is. We all know that language learning can be a mundane journey. It can feel unmotivating sometimes, and the truth is you are gonna go through waves of motivation. Like, it's inevitable and it's fine, but at the end of the day, you don't want to lose sight of your ultimate goal. You don't want to lose sight of the fun behind learning languages, because that's quite literally what's gonna keep you going. And it of course can be fun, but you have to make it fun. But how do you do that? You guys need to get more creative with your language learning journey. When I was in grade 8, I was learning about the weather in Spanish, and my teacher actually taught it to us by showing us a song. And I spent no time like intentionally memorizing the song, but to this day I still remember the song. There's a storm, hay tormenta. Are you glad? I never sent you. Windy, hace viento. Bad weather, mal tiempo. Hope it's sunny. Hace sol, no it's cloudy. Está nublado. Shake the world like a quick terremoto. Cool. Hace mucho fresco, really cold. Hace mucho frío. My breath outside que see you. Wanna know the weather today? Just say que tiempo hace. Snowing. Está nevando. No, it's raining. Está lloviendo. Don't know the weather? Let me solve it. Check out tiempo as the world. Here's another round with el tiempo. Here's a few more words you should know. Luna, moon, estrella, star, cielo, sky. It's not hard. It's nice. Hace buen tiempo. No lightning, no relámpago. Sunrise. Salida del sol. It's cloudy, está nublado. Now, I don't mean to scare ya. Springtime, primavera. Last time, here we go. Say it again. Real slow. School's out. Yeah, we know. Summertime. El verano. Don't know the weather? Let me solve it. Check out tiempo as the world revolves. Ice, ice, hielo. Guys, I learned that so many years ago, and I'm still able to sing it word for word. And best believe I have no issues with the weather, because I know that song and it's helped me a lot. So I think if you want to learn Spanish much faster, but also effective and in a fun way, you have to get creative. Comment below what was like a fun way that you taught yourself something in Spanish, or like a fun way that you practice, or like it's a staple, a part of your language learning routine, so that other persons can look through the comments and be inspired for like things that they can try out. And me too, because feel free to give me suggestions. Come up with the dances doing Spanish songs. Sometimes I have fun even like on TikTok. I love when my algorithm shows me the Spanish side of TikTok, and like I can like practice doing like lip sync TikTok videos to Spanish audios. I can practice my comprehension, my listening comprehension, and I'm having fun too, because I'm like lip syncing something, or like I'm doing a dance trend to a Spanish song, or like a Spanish audio on TikTok. It's really fun, and the more you watch those videos, to see more videos on TikTok too. Definitely, you can use TikTok, leverage it. Just look for like any Spanish video, like it, read through the comments, and once you've done a couple of those, the algorithm will see you like that content and it will push it out to you, and you'll end up on the wonderful Spanish side of TikTok. And trust me, there is so much to learn over there, especially if you want to improve your listening comprehension, because you'll hear like real-time spoken Spanish by natives who aren't like trying to put on for you or purposely slow down for the sake of comprehension, which is good, because you need to learn how it's spoken in real time, so that you know that real life Spanish is not hola soy Dora, hola soy, no, it's a lot more complicated than that. Spanish is one of the fastest spoken languages, I am convinced, because why are y'all trying to bite your tongue? I don't know. You love to write stories in Spanish. I was actually doing an an activity with my sister who's also trying to practice her Spanish. And what we did with this activity was like we were alternately writing Spanish. We were writing a story in Spanish alternately. So she wrote the first sentence, and we don't know what we're writing. We're just real time improvising a story. She wrote the first sentence, I wrote the second one, and we go back and forth just like telling a story and like feeding off of each other's creativity. And it was really fun. I enjoyed it. And then when we were through, we could read through the story, see if there were any corrections that we need to point out and learn from, mistakes to learn from. So definitely also find someone, find community, and like do some of these like creative activities with. Do you love to read? Find romance stories in Spanish. Wattpad might still be a thing. It was a big thing for me back in the day. I don't really use it much anymore, but I think it's still a thing. I'm sure you can find some nice Spanish books on there from like Spanish native speakers who have written stories, and you can read and enjoy reading, which is something that you already love to do, but in Spanish. I think it's so important to find things like activities that you already enjoy doing in English, but just do them in Spanish. So for me, I love to watch movies. I could do it all day. So I find movies in Spanish to watch, or I watch English movies with Spanish subtitles. So at least in some way, in some small way, every time I'm entertaining myself, I'm also equally like ingesting Spanish, even if it's in a small, seemingly insignificant way. It will go a long way, trust me, because sometimes I'll be listening to Spanish songs, like having fun, and I'll be in class and I'll hear a word that was from that song that I didn't even really pay attention to when I was listening initially, but then the vocabulary came up again in conversation and I was able to understand what it meant, and it felt really good in the moment. So trust me, it will come in handy. And the same thing happened to me with a series. I was watching a series and they used a particular vocabulary, and in my Spanish class in high school, my teacher asked what that word meant, and I was the only person in the class that knew, and it was because of that show. Thank you, Gran Hotel. It was a Spanish show on Netflix, and it taught me that word. So guys, get creative, find community to do these creative things with, and have fun. It's the only way you're gonna be propelled to keep going, and also the only way I think the language will stick. So take it from me, if you start romanticizing Spanish seriously, like right now, you're gonna get a lot further, a lot faster. Hit the thumbs up button if you're committed to doing that, and you guys will see me in my next video. Bye. Happy learning.